Hello everyone and welcome to our video review. My name is Najmi AIMAN bin SAFIROL
My name is Najmi And Syarmin.
from CAAD 2613A, and today we are discussing Tanis Walton's presentation titled Cell Phones Addiction from the TED Talks channel. So our presentation will be divided into three main parts. First one is we will begin with our short introduction to our topic and the purpose of this video review. Next, we will move on to the body of the presentation, where we will focus on discussing the nonverbal aspects that are highlighted in the video. Finally, we will end with the conclusion, where we summarize the key points and share our overall reflection on the video. So without further ado, let's begin our presentation.
This 6-minute and 47-second talk is a powerful and engaging informative speech. Walton addresses the pervasive and often ignored issue of our growing dependence on technology, framing it as a serious addiction, or what he humorously calls no-phone phobia.
The core purpose of his speech is to inform and persuade the audience about the negative impact of excessive cell phone use, from affecting our brain chemistry and sleep to deteriorating genuine human connection.
It's a call to action wrapped in personal anecdotes and surprising statistics, designed to make us all look up from our screens and re-examine our habits.
First is eye contact. Walton's eye contact is arguably one of the most strongest elements of his delivery. He maintains consistent and direct contact with the audience throughout the entire talk. He also effectively scans the room, making everyone feel personally addressed. For instance, when asking a direct questions like, "What happened to you when you lose your phones?" He locks eyes with different sections of the audience. This consistent connection builds trust and reinforces his credibility as a speaker.
His gestures are highly dynamic and purposeful. He uses them to emphasize key points and add a visual dimension to his stories. For example, he uses expansive hand movements when talking about the wide reach of the problem, like when mentioning the population of China suspected to be addicted. A particularly effective use of gestures is his little skit where he pretends to take a phone call, which perfectly illustrates the concept of fabbing and adds a moment of humor to his delivery.
Third is appearance. In terms of appearance, Walton is dressed impeccably for a tech event. He wears a dark suit or a blazer over a white shirt, which is neat and professional look. His formal attire is appropriate for the setting, and it immediately establishes a sense of seriousness and authority, which is important for such an informative topic. The appearance is non-distracting and allows the focus to remain on his message.
Walton's posture demonstrates confidence and openness. He stands centered on the stage with an open stance and his shoulders back. He uses slight movements, occasionally stepping forward or shifting his weight to transition between ideas, which keeps his delivery dynamic without being distracting. When he delivers a rhetorical question, he sometimes leans slightly toward the audience, a non-verbal cue that signals a moment of intimacy and importance.
To draw a conclusion, Tanis Walton delivered a highly effective and memorable public speech. His verbal message was clear, well supported by statistics and anecdotes, and his non-verbal delivery was almost flawless.
The strongest aspects were his confident eye contact and use of gestures, which amplified the energy and humor of his delivery. The consistency in his appearance and posture cemented his role as a credible, passionate speaker.
So as a general recommendation, we believe that future speakers could learn a lot from his delivery, particularly how he used humor and relatable personal experience like the summer camp to make a serious issue accessible and engaging.
Our main recommendation for improvement would be to possibly vary the pace slightly more to differentiate between his personal stories and his more statistic-heavy points. However, overall, we highly recommend this talk as an excellent example of informative public speaking. Thank you for watching.